what's happening. So please bear with me for just a second. Hello? Why is it not? No. Oh Lord, I'm so sorry. It's hot as hell. Ah, there I am. I kind of need to see myself. Okay, so let me. Yes. Okay. Let's hope we can do this, people. Yes. Let's also hope I won't get demonetized because the door is open and we have a bar next door. So why can I not? Yes, I am live. Hi Sue. It's so warm here that I was like, I'm never going to be able to sleep early enough to have the live done for tomorrow. So I was like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go live now and kind of get unready. But I'm trying to fix my tripod with one hand, which is not handy. Yes, let's see if I can put it here and then hope that I can. Oh, that's for the OnlyFans that I don't have, but I'm making such a mess and it's not. Let's do that. I am so sorry about this. I cannot for the life of me also figure out. Let's walk. I cannot see you typing right now. Yes, but I have to find another thingy. So let's feel. No, that's the wrong one. Where is it? I have a very nice and interesting tripod that I was looking for, but I cannot find. Oh, well, this is very interesting, right? Oh, I should have come prepared, but I didn't. So, I don't know where it is. I don't know where it is. Where is it? Ah, there it is. Is that it? Is that it? Yeah, but it's also not it. Darn it. Well, we are just going to... This is annoying me to no end. So let me... I'm so sorry that this is happening right now. No! Good afternoon. Good evening for my peeps. Is this it now? Oh, now you're too high. Oh my lord. I swear it's not usually like this. Usually my live streams are, well, better than this. I also need my ears, I feel. 40 degrees in Belgium. Yeah, it's... right now it's better inside my house than outside. And inside, last I checked, was 20... I can actually check. I cannot see what you're typing, but I can check. 29 degrees Celsius, and apparently there's a dog outside who wants to eat my cat. Let me also get... My cat can go everywhere he wants to, but let me also get my ears so I can kind of hopefully hear myself speak as well. Oh, and I can see myself on the TV, which is very interesting. Okay, let me... do it like that, so I can read there. I hope how's the sound? How is the sound? Hi Nikki. 38 degrees. Yeah. Well, no, it's not. Dang it! I got the wrong ears. I got the wrong ears, but anyway, I hope that you guys can hear me. Let me know if you cannot hear me. I do need to plug in my phone because otherwise the battery will run out like that. Sounds good? Okay, can you hear the music? Can you hear music? Why is my laptop bitching now? I hope it's not frozen. Let me refresh my... Sound is fine, the bar isn't too loud. Okay, otherwise I have to close the door because I will probably get demonetized otherwise. I don't know what is happening, but also my laptop has apparently frozen, so I hope that everything will be okay. Yeah, it's frozen. Okay. Let me check my telephone. What is it? Oh, honest to God. Shall I tell you why it was frozen? The picture was frozen because oh, there I am again. Because I plugged in my phone and the laptop is like, do you want me to do something with your phone? And I'm like, no, I just want you to charge it. But yeah, so it's very, very warm here. I'm actually quite fine, but I was hoping that it would kind of cool down a little bit and it hasn't. So I was like, you know what? I don't think I'm going to be able to get up tomorrow morning at 4:30 and do a live stream because I don't know how well I will sleep tonight. So I'm like, let's do it differently and let's get unready with me. So that's why I'm here now. Yeah, there are noisy people in the background. Yeah, if it gets too loud, I have to close the door. Live music, you gotta love it or not, I don't, but that's okay. So I'm actually getting unready right now. Hello, hello, hello. 32 degrees Celsius in Iowa. Yeah, it's kind of the same here, but I live at the Dutch coast and usually in summer for us it's 23 degrees, which is around 84 Fahrenheit, if I remember correctly. That's normal for us here. So having it 30 degrees Celsius in my house, and it's cooler in my house now than it is outside. Yeah, so there is that. On my eyes right now, so far yet, is the Martina Cosmetics palette. And I'm just going to kind of show you how I'm doing my skincare and such. So I start with a 2-in-1 micellar water. No, well, we have an AC unit. But it's upstairs in my son's room, so it's not normal to have AC here actually. Yes, you are at the live. I do need a mirror, I think, because I'm on a delay. Hold on. Hello, I'm back. I have a mirror that I can hopefully kind of see myself. Can I put it there without? Yes, I hope so. Because I have to admire myself as well, right? Otherwise I cannot see what I'm doing. Yeah, it should be better tomorrow. I was hoping that we would get some thunderstorms, but apparently it's just a few. I love thunderstorms actually, but it's just a few. Moving to Europe. Let's see. Moving to Europe in August. So I'm enjoying the AC here in Canada where I can. Yeah, it's not a thing here to have regular AC, or at least not in the Netherlands, because it's just not hot enough usually. Hey. What else? It was the same when I lived off Lake Michigan. We never had AC. At most an attic fan. Yeah, I actually have 2 fans. I don't think you can even see them. I have 2 tower fans in the background. So Thursday it's gonna rain. Yeah. Cooler now in Scotland. We had the loudest thunder I love thunder so much, honestly. Oh no, they're singing. Hello, Clary Pie. It's currently 43 degrees. Oh my lord. And I know you guys in the UK are also on Celsius. Oh my god. The lash glue. So someone asks, I hope that everything will be saved though, because I am live on my phone, so I hope that I can save everything later and also the live replay. But someone asks the lash glue that I'm using Duo, but I'm using a Duo. I think it's the quick dry. Usually I use the one with the green lettering, I believe, and it has a brush. So yeah, drink lots of water. I actually have a bottle here. Glitter Rose, where do you live? Are you in the USA? Drink lots of water. Yeah, UK. Oh yeah. Oh my god, 40. Yeah. Well, actually, Beauty by Anne Chris, she's also in the Netherlands here. You are Rotterdam, right? So you're basically the same as me, Harbor. So, oh, Croatia, oh my lord. So I've actually been to Paris when it was 40 degrees Celsius there, and it was so different than when it is 30 degrees here. It's because we have actually water on three sides. I live in the Netherlands just on the, when you see a map of the Netherlands and you see all the islands, you have the biggest island, then just below that on the mainland, that's where I live. So we have water on three sides. Yeah, Rotterdam. Oh, near the Maas. Oh Lord. So you are also humidity. Yeah. 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 The fun fact is actually that I used to be very, yeah, like a hair blower. Exactly. It feels like a hair blower set on warm. Yeah. Um, I used to be terrible with warm weather, but it's actually getting better and better. So the one that I'm now more concerned about is my dog. A good hack is mist your face, skin with a spray bottle and sit in front of the fan if you get overheated. Yeah, or what also is very nice is just a warmer cloth and then in your neck or just on top of your head, you know, just, you know, cool, or just with your feet in water, or just if the only thing that you can do with your hands in the water or underneath is running water. Oh, that's also very nice. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use a cleansing balm, and this is one from Beauty Bay's own brand. I kind of like it. I also really like the one from W7, which is oh my lord, I actually look very cheap. That was what I want to say. I look I have windows there and I can see my front garden, and two of my cats are like, yeah, we dead, we are going to lie as long as we can get it, because are they still breathing? Yeah, they are. I have to check sometimes. Hello Miranda, thank you so very much. Oh yeah, by the way, before I forget, I don't know if all you guys have watched the new makeup releases that went online the past Saturday, but I reached 10k, so thank you so very much, and I am running a giveaway. So it's not the last video that went online on my channel, it's the video before that. So the new makeup releases, the last new makeup releases that went online, if you watch that at the end, I will explain the rules for the giveaway. If you want to enter, you have to enter underneath the pinned comment on that video. The rules are simple. You need to be subscribed to my channel, and I need to be able to check. So your subscription has to be public. If you want to know how to do that, Google is your friend, because I don't know. I just want to know if you're in Europe or outside of Europe, because there are two giveaways. Thank you so much. Yeah, all the 10k, it's so cool. I don't know. I finally feel like I am part of the thing, which is weird because I already was, but yeah. So yeah, and also what I have mentioned before, I found out that I'm on the spectrum, and if you don't know what I mean by that, it means that I'm on the autistic spectrum. So I'm an autist, or I'm autistic, which way you want to call it, and I'm going to do videos about that as well. Yeah, my cats don't want that, Nicola. I also thought we can get special cooling mats for animals here, but they don't want to. They don't want to. So yeah, I tried. I also tried to do a wet towel for my dog to lay on. She doesn't want to. So yeah, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to spray my face with, this is actually from, what is it, Planet Revolution. It's a Mask Revival Soothing Sheet Mask Water. Can I read it? With bergamot extract. The sprays are amazing, just so you know. You're also autist? Yay! We're the bestest. Oh, this is also so nice. Oh, yeah. Don't breathe it in though, because it doesn't taste that well. Hi, thank you so much. So yeah, I am not officially diagnosed though. I'm self-diagnosed, and for me it's not really necessary to get an official diagnosis. I'm kind of seeing what I want to put on my face. So, But yeah, the more I learn, I honestly, when I found out, I was like, so I'm not crazy. So, oh Cindy, but you can just enter the giveaway. Of course you can enter the giveaway, because also I have more people from the USA than from in the USA than outside the USA, right? So there are basically two giveaways, one for in Europe and one for outside of Europe. But if the people outside of Europe number twice as many as the ones for in Europe, I'm going to have another giveaway for outside of Europe with the help of Debbie, Debutan. She's basically, by the way, looking into Patreon. To have an official diagnosis, one of the biggest factors was that I've been reading since I was 2. Oh, really? I actually don't know. Hello.
Hello.
You are ADHD inattentive. Yeah, I have ADHD as well. Yeah, one of the... I keep forgetting the word. According to the online test, I have autistic tendencies. Yeah, that's not really weird, Linda. Actually, a lot of people have some autistic traits, but not everyone is an autist. Yeah, the spiders. I actually have people who are entering just because of the spider that I crocheted. Hello, Bonita. So yeah, it's such a cute spider. I'm thinking of making more and maybe selling them or something, because I know that a lot of people would love one. I am going to go to my 50% vitamin C and EGF from the Inky list. I like it. So. Yeah, you can swap over, Sue. Sue is asking about the Patreon. So what I've decided is that I'm going to kind of cut back on the memberships on YouTube and go over to Patreon for that. It's just, there's a reason that most YouTubers are on Patreon with their members instead of the membership on YouTube. So yeah, you need to make a Patreon account. But you can just, if you check the link on Patreon, you can kind of, that's in the, is it in this description box? It's not yet, but I can add it later. If you go to Patreon and you search Nikki Raven, you should find me. Yeah, Jen is saying it's actually very common for a woman with Asperger's to be misdiagnosed with ADD. The diagnostic criteria is the same for both. You have to do more background to determine which. Yes, I agree. And the more I learn, yeah. And you hear it a lot, combo ADHD and autism. Yeah, what I have kind of figured out is that by watching the people that I watch, some know that they have ADHD as well as autism, and others do not have ADHD. And I've been watching videos about the overlap between the two, and there is certainly overlap, but there's also, when you do have both, there are extra things. Hi Heather! Heather from Untitled Design, she's going to help me make new merch. Thank you, Sue. Yeah, so I actually on Patreon had my first, what's it called? Early access video. And it's actually easy to do. I can also go live on Patreon. So, and your son is ADD and autistic, as Cindy Moore says. Yeah. It's an interesting combination. And there are just things. I was actually talking to oh, my chair is a little bit not as comfy, but that's okay. I was actually talking to Debbie about certain things that I find right now about myself. And it's interesting to hear that she does not have the same associations. So Jen is asking what I really like about learning, or saying what I really like about learning about Asperger's was that things just suddenly make sense. I hope you can discover more about yourself in the best way. Yeah, that's what I had, the same thing. The more I learn, the more I'm like, oh, I'm not crazy. Oh, so that is it. And so honestly, so many things make sense now. Nicola, they think that it is easier to diagnose basically boys with autism than women and girls is because there is still that misconception that autism is only in boys or men, but particularly boys, and that's not true. The working theory is that girls are naturally more outgoing, more social, and can mask better, so can basically hide their autistic self better. So that's why a lot of women and girls are later diagnosed, later in life, I mean. Well, Clary Pie, we can make it in black. Yes, we are actually. Of course, Heather, you are. That's probably one of the reasons why we connect so well. And it's just, I never been one for labels, but it's just so nice to know that that is it. And everyone has been so welcoming as well. And I have spoken about my ADHD before. I have also been diagnosed with borderline, misdiagnosed with borderline, and I never could find myself in that diagnosis. Or, yes. But there's just something about the autistic community that's just so welcoming, and it's just amazing. Hi, Vanessa. Yeah, Jen says men do present a bit differently. Yeah, I understand that as well, and it's not always the same thing, but there are very much differences. Yes. Vanessa got diagnosed with Asperger's lately, and she's 32. Yeah, I like to say I'm eccentric. I love who I am, even if I'm not for everyone, and that's okay. Yeah, Jen, I feel the same way. And I have no problem with the word weird. I own my weirdness. I'm proud of my weirdness now. But when I was growing up, I was so hard trying not to be my weird little self. It was just. Borderline personality disorder. Yeah, a lot of women are diagnosed with borderline, ADHD, OCD, depression, anxiety, all those things, while they are actually on the autistic spectrum. Yeah. Oh yeah, good luck, Anne, with the dog. I actually went out with mine and tried to get her to swim, but she doesn't want to anymore. Do I still do my own nails? You've been waiting for a new nail video. I'm. The trouble is with acrylic. I love working with acrylic, but it stinks up the house so bad that people revolted in my house. They were like, we don't like you to do that. So I have not really been. I have been doing my nails, but these are glue-ons. So. Lauren says that her boyfriend has ADHD and autism, and you have slight ADHD tendencies. Yeah, most people do, honestly. A lot of the things that, what I'm learning as well, I always had a certain picture of autistic people, Rain Man being the worst, but also Sheldon Cooper, for instance. Now that I think of it, Amy as well, from the Big Bang Theory. But there were certain traits that the character of Sheldon displayed that I was like, I kind of can relate. Also, my bestie has been diagnosed with PDD-NOS 20 years ago, and I never basically put two and two together on why we communicate so well. So it's very interesting to find everything out. Yeah. Oh, thank you so much, Jen. Thank you so much. I like hearing myself talk as well, apparently. One of the things that I do understand up to a certain point, though, is sarcasm. That's also, there are autistic people who don't understand sarcasm, who just don't get it. I do, but not always. So, and also, making my YouTube channel was the best thing I ever did, because I get to be social, which I love to do, without having to be among people, So, I love this so much. I'm going to spray my face again. And then what am I going to smear on the face? I think I'm just going to do this, which is a Bepanthen. If you're Dutch, you probably know this. This is for the dry and sensitive skin. It's actually for people who have eczema, for instance. But however, there are ceramides in this and niacinamide, and I just think it's a very, very nice cream. So that's why I am smearing it on the face with a little bit. Let's be fancy. Where's my oil? Because I honestly love this one so much, the Catrice carrot oil. I need to get rid of the mirror because I can't see what I'm doing. Yes. You really hated yourself until you got your Asperger's diagnosis. Yeah. Now you understand why most people dislike you in your society. Yeah. I'm so sorry you had to go through that. I can relate up to a certain point. Hi Maya, nah, you're just in time for the party. I can grab some whiskey if I want to. We can have a party. I don't know if that's a good idea, but anyway. Let's see. You hate eye contact and have a hard time reading other people's expressions and body language. You really depend on others' tone of voice and word choice to read them. It took you a very long time to learn. Yeah, you know, I have been thinking about that because sometimes you have those tests, right, that you can guess someone's expression and then you do the pictures. So I get the obvious ones, you know, anger, sadness, but basically the big emotions, I can read those. Then when there is more nuances, I usually guess correctly, but I guess because I don't really know. What I found out is what I read is energy. So thank you so much. It's actually fake nails from Primark and nail polish. But what I found out is I read energy, and what I mean by that is it's everything together. So when I talk to someone, they have a certain expression, right, on their face, but a lot of people lie, and they don't even do it deliberately. Sometimes they just want to portray themselves in a certain way, but they don't really believe it themselves, so they kind of lie. So their facial expression, what they are saying, and their energy that they are sending out, it doesn't match. And then I am very much confused. So what I learned, and I actually learned that recently, it was hit home, is that I need to be able to speak to someone. That's why I love Marco Polo so much, because if I speak with someone just on chat, I can kind of read between the lines a little bit, but not often. I need to see and hear someone speak. So it's, for me, it's yes, the tone of voice, it's the mannerisms that they do, it's the facial expression, but mostly it's actually the energy that they portray, because energy doesn't lie. Yeah, oh, you have resting bitch face. Yeah. I actually taught myself to have a slight smile like that, so when I walk around I don't have resting bitch face, because I very much have resting bitch face, and it has been pointed out to me often, especially when I was still in the Navy and I was driving my bus. I had to concentrate, and when I concentrate I have a resting bitch face. It is, hello darling, it is the way it is. Yes, exactly. Alexandra says, very true, I can tell more from someone's actions and emotional energy than from what they say. Yeah, I have the same thing. Try gel, you're doing your own gel nails. I do try gel. Let me rephrase. I have a lot of polygel. I also have some gel. I don't know why, but for some reason I have a hard time curing them, and I have tried 4 different lamps. So I don't know what it is. What is it, honey? Yes, you're warm, aren't you? My dog is here. You cannot see her, but you can see part of my paddleboard actually, which is cool. Oh yeah, yeah. Someone saying, don't you understand what I mean? No, not if you don't say it. No. Oh, he looks like Grumpy Cat. Oh really? Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, resting bitch face. Yeah, it's. Vanessa, yeah, I agree. Vanessa says, why society has such a hard time just telling what they want or not want. Life would be so easy for everybody. You know what I find so refreshing? When I'm always afraid that I hurt someone's feelings, especially when I type something. So that's why I love smiley faces. I put smiley faces everywhere because I feel and fear that if I don't put a smiley face in a sentence, when I'm DMing someone, people think that I am being a bitch and I'm being mean, right? But what is so refreshing is when I speak to other autistic people, and that's happening more and more now because I'm starting to say it in my videos, right? I get DMs from you guys telling me that you're also on the spectrum, and honestly the conversation is so refreshing because I can just basically be blunt without fearing that I hurt someone's feelings, because you can just read each other well. Does that make sense? Do you still have water, honey buns? No, I don't have cookies for you. So, yeah. Hello, Chantel. Yeah, Heather, I have the same thing. I remember so well that my bestie a few years ago, when I asked her opinion, she would always say, do you really want my opinion? Because you will get it. Just point blank. And I said yes. And if I ask you for your opinion, I want it point blank. And it was so nice that she just did that. I try. It's difficult because I really don't want to hurt someone's feelings, so I have to very much think about the wording that I use, because my default is to be kind of blunt. And I'm finding that out now, actually, when I'm basically my kind of blunt self, that takes the least amount of energy. Yeah, I also use emoji in almost every message, yeah. Sue, can't remember if you said, are you getting Palletopoly? I ordered the palette, yes. I actually ordered 2 palettes because one is for me and one is a gift for a friend. Yes, she doesn't know it, but one is a gift for a friend. Oh, I should actually, oh, I cannot text her. I can, oh wait, I can DM her to say that I am live. She'll probably like that. I'm not sure though. So I cannot really see your messages right now because I have to type. Let's see. Where is he? Where is she? Oh, there she is. Haha. So it could be that she's joining us. Hello, I'm back. Closest friends are spectrum or very blunt. I need to know very clearly where I stand with someone. Yeah, it does make it. You know, if someone says I don't like you, then at least you know. It's not always nice to hear it, but I swear it's like I'm listening to my own inner monologue right now. Well, you're definitely not autistic, you're far too sensitive. Well, that doesn't not really mean a lot, because that was also what I thought. When I first started, it started for me with a video on my homepage that I have seen videos about autism. I was actually researching narcissism because I find it very interesting, and I wanted to know more. So you get that kind of videos, right? And then I got in my recommended, I got a video that said autism in women and girls, and I was like, I've seen videos like that before about autism, but I never was like, you know. And for some reason I clicked on that video and I was hooked. She also did a video, and she's called Mom on the Spectrum, and she also did a video on autism and ADHD. And when I was watching that one, was it Mom on the Spectrum or was it Olivia? Now I have to go back and check. I follow both, so I follow Mom on the Spectrum and Olivia. What's her last name? Can I see? Sure I can. Olivia. Maybe you guys are already saying that. But I always thought as well that autistic people did not get sarcasm, that they kind of had humor, but they did not get it, that they were unsensitive, that they were blunt, that they were, you know, very black and white. And I was like, but I'm not that. The more I learn, the more I'm like, autistic people are actually extremely sensitive. So if you see the overlap between autistic people and the hypersensitivity, or the indigo children, it's very similar. Hi Tatiana! You have a nephew that has Asperger's, yeah. If people talk around their point and start I started telling them what they want to say. I can't deal with that. I find myself being that way more and more as well. And I also realized that when I did have that, the energy to listen to all that, it was basically masking what I was doing. It also depends on the subject. Very much depends on the subject. So let me see my subscription feed. Autism from the inside. Oh, he changed his channel name. Okay, so it was first Asperger's from the inside. It's called now Autism from the Inside. That's one that I watch, and he is from Melbourne, I believe. But he knows so much. But I am. Where is she? Olivia Hobbs. I think, yeah, I watched her. I watch her as well. It's better to hear someone doesn't like me. I already said that. I got sensitive to people and how they act towards me with their attitude and energy. Yeah. Oh, hi! Hello! Yes, hello! Yes, I know it's warm. My red one is like, I'm melting. Your daughter thinks she has social anxiety. She's 12. Should I be looking into anything particular for her? Any suggestions? At first, I thought it was just nervousness and insecurities at her age. It could be. I don't know. She thinks she has social anxiety. Yeah, it kind of, I think it depends on the issues that she's facing, the school that she's in, the friends that she has. You know, at 12, you are, especially if you're a girl, your hormones start effing around, right? So it can make you very sensitive. I honestly, I don't know. Yeah, I can say check if she's on the spectrum, but you can always research that. Let's just say that you can. Why is my foot asleep? You can always research that because there are, especially mom on the spectrum, and I think there are more. Does she have autistic children? No, Olivia Hobbs, I think, has an autistic daughter. But they. I think they do have videos on it, so I would just Google. I'm not saying she is, I don't know, but you can always check, you know, because the more you know, the easier it will be to get her the help that she needs, basically. Your husband has autism. Yeah, you know, Cookie, that's, she actually says her husband has autism, but he has humor that you don't expect. That's with a lot of people. I think I have humor. I find myself hilarious. Don't know if that's a good thing. But yeah, I definitely have a sense of humor. And as I said, I also understand sarcasm. I love making people laugh, but there is a specific kind of humor that a lot of autistic people have. What I found is that dry humor, that it's almost like stating the obvious and making a joke out of it. So also, you know, laughing a little bit about yourself. Your daughter is convinced. Yeah, it could be, but it could also be that she is convinced that she has it, that she doesn't have it, but because she's convinced that she has it, that she is then having it. Does that make any sense? Because you can basically think yourself crazy. Let's just say that. But it could be. Yeah, it could be. And I have a son, so I know how I raised him, but I don't know how it is with a daughter. I don't know. Yeah, I was also anxious, but it was different. I was very much trying to be someone that I was not. And I was trying to basically sit with the cool girls. That's what I tried to do. And that meant that I would be very much like her. I would pick a girl that that I liked, that I was like, I want to be like her, and then I became her. That's what happened with me. So Alexandra says that her daughter wants to go into the local theater club. Yeah, she should. You know why? Because a lot of odd people are in clubs like that, and I have also always felt attracted to the odd people. That was basically the people that were weird and were odd, and other people were like, oh, that's a weird one, you don't want to be associated with that because they're weird. And I immediately was interested. Not that I always went to those people, because I also had a period of time that I wanted to be with the popular girls, but you know, even if she doesn't have anything and she's normal, let's hope she is, right? It can be very, very good for her to just feel connected. I think that's it. You know, we all want to feel connected. And if you cannot connect with your peers, then you feel odd, you feel left out, you feel weird, you feel, you know, you don't, that you don't fit in, and you can't sit with us, and that idea. And if her passion is acting or taking acting classes, then yeah, it's definitely something that I would recommend. Yeah, let her do where her passion is, definitely. Oh yay, you're moving old. Oh, good luck, hon. Good luck, hon. Jen says, yes, your humor is very dry. I see more human in random everyday things. Well, I don't know if you follow me on Instagram, but yesterday I posted a story that said, if your human is broken, if you and then you see a slice of bread and it falls over. And I had to laugh so hard at that. That's also kind of my humor. Yeah, I also like that humor. What can I say? You don't play the bestie. Yeah, I'm also sarcastic. I also love British humor because it is so dry and it is sarcastic, but it's also, yeah, I cannot even explain that humor, but yeah, that's also very much my humor. Yeah. It's okay to be a bit weird. Yes, you're having fun, so who cares if you're kind and smile? People can really enjoy it with you. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I think everyone is weird and that's okay. Yeah, yeah. I used to say the things that I find normal are apparently not normal. So my logic is apparently weird as well. And that's fine. That's fine. I own my weird now. I didn't always, but I do now. Yes, we should all follow our passions in life. Yes. Yes. Hi, Stephanie. How warm is it over at your house, hon? It's, well, I look very glowy. And usually that's a good thing. It's just, it's sweaty and I'm greased up, basically. Other people have told me they find it refreshing that I'm a bit odd, but obviously okay with it. Yeah. 90 plus degrees. So that is, what's that, around 30 degrees Celsius, I think. It's kind of the same here, but for me it's hot as hell. It takes different kinds to make the world go round. Yes, definitely. Yeah, I agree. So Squeako says people, or I hope that I pronounce it right, says people have all different personalities, experiences, strengths and weaknesses. Being different doesn't mean you have ASD. If you are having challenges, see an experienced doctor to be assessed. I agree with that. Not everyone is on the spectrum. Not everyone has ADHD or borderline or things, you know, and I am also not saying that that's the case. I am not a diagnostician. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a psychiatrist. I'm nothing. The only thing that I am is very well aware of how I am. And after years and years and years of self-reflection, finding out that I am on the spectrum, that's so refreshing and it's so, so nice. Hi, Han. Hi, Monique. Limburg. Oh my lord, how hot is it? You were born already. Yeah, I know you were born already. How hot is it in Limburg? Oh my lord, you must be melting. You must be melting. "90 degrees as well. Mosquitoes are loving it." Yeah. Mosquitoes here. I have a plug-in thing for in my wall socket that makes the almost 40 degrees. Oh my lord. That makes the mosquitoes not bite, and I love that, and it works very, very well. Almost 40 degrees in Limburg. Wow. It's I don't know how warm it is right now in my house, but I think it's still kind of like, oh, it says on my laptop that's still 30 degrees here where I live, and I live at the coast, underneath Texel. That's where I'm close to Texel. Yeah, it is definitely an experience. Yeah. You know, and everyone has their own challenges, right? Some are just, yeah, seem more, what's the word? Higher functioning, which is not the case, but because we all have our issues. But at least you can say you're a 54-year-old hot girl. Yeah, yeah, exactly, exactly, exactly. 100 degrees this last Sunday, also around 40 degrees Celsius, I believe, right? Oh, your cactus flower today. Yeah, yeah, the heat is good for something. My grape loves this weather as well. People either get you or they don't, and that's okay. If they don't, you just smile and keep enjoying myself. Yeah, I do that right now too. You know, the older I get, the less F's I have to give, basically. And the less energy I have, or no, the less energy I want to spend at, well, basically bullshit and things I don't find important. Like trying to please everyone. I'm very much trying to adopt the fact that if I don't have to feed them, it doesn't matter. Hello, Janet. Oh Lord, I think my phone is getting a little bit fuzzy. I don't know if it's the heat. Could be. Read an article on your Swiss Free Journal that in the Netherlands they sprinkle salt to cool down the streets. Really? I know we sprinkle salt to make the snow melt, but sprinkle salt to cool down the streets? Not where I live. It doesn't mean it's not happening, but not where I live. Let me check how my phone is doing, because yeah. Okay, so then just my laptop connection is slow. I had to kind of check. So I hope that that is they do sprinkle salt, really? Well, not here. But maybe it's, I don't know. Maybe it's because of the sea air that it's already salty? I had never heard of it, but that does not mean anything, honestly. I live under a rock, that's usually what I say. Hardenberg, okay, wow. Give him the what look? There's so many different looks. Yeah, more awareness equals more knowledge. Yeah, I agree. It's because the roads are melting. Yeah, well then, yeah, okay. So the asphalt's probably melting. Yeah, I've never seen them do that here. Maybe they do. I don't know. It could very well be. I have no idea. We had 2 days long heat wave in Ireland. It was basically our summer. Now the temperature's back to 18 degrees, but that's still warm, right? Well, it depends on where you live in Ireland. I understood. So Usually our summer where I live here is around 22, 23 degrees. Last year we had a shitty summer. We had 2 days of 21 degrees and the rest was just rain. And this time, this year, it's, yeah, my animals are melting. Although one of the tarantulas is like, you can actually, you can see the terrariums, where's my finger? There. You can see the terrariums on top of each other. So the top one just underneath the lamp, that's actually where the one that I don't know what species it is. I don't even know if he's male or female, but he's kind of to the lamp like, oh, I like you, and I'm like, it's so warm here, why are you still underneath the lamp? So, and then it's sitting on top of the tank of the bigger one, which I don't know where the hell she is. She's somewhere in her substrate. She cannot get out, so she's not out of the terrarium, but I don't know where she is. And then I think that below that, can you see the, yeah, and then below that is the one from the Sanderson sisters, where the Sanderson sisters are in. Yeah. Sweden is not so bad. You have 23 degrees. That's nice. That's normal for here as well. Yeah. You live on the coast of the Atlantic, so winter's usually cold and it rains a lot. Okay. Okay. Oh, the soles of your shoes stick to the asphalt. Really? Oh, that's not good. Spirit Halloween's coming soon. Yeah, I love that. One day you would like to hold a tarantula. I did. It's a very interesting experience. It's they don't weigh almost anything. So the tarantula that I had in my hand, I had her on both hands, and it was basically the size of one of mine because they kind of bunch up a little bit, and you don't feel them. There's no weight. The weight that I felt was the energy that the tarantula was projecting. It was so interesting, and I was already I was afraid of spiders. I never called myself an arachnophobe, but because I wasn't afraid of all spiders. I just did not want them to walk over me because then they would sit on top of my head. And that was getting better and better and better actually. And then when I decided that I wanted a tarantula, my husband said, you need to be able to at least handle one. Because, you know, maybe you have to catch one or something, but you have to dare to handle it. So, so yeah, I did. I actually posted on Facebook for here in the city where I live to ask if someone had a tarantula that I could hold, because I needed to know if I could, you know. And that was just such a profound experience. I was so afraid to drop the tarantula, because if you drop them, if it's a ground dweller and you drop them, they die. So I was so afraid to drop the tarantula, but it was just so cool. And my own the two spiders that I got first actually come from in my neighborhood, a few streets away, or is it blocks? A block away? I never know. But a few streets over, that's where they came from. And then, yeah, because I got my tarantula sign, I needed more tarantulas, so then I got the Sanderson sisters. Yeah. You have a bunch of spiders tattooed on you, but you're a little afraid of them. Is that strange? You know, I don't think that is strange, because a spider is, you know, if I watch the spiders, my garden spiders that I have, the one that stick in the web, they just stay in the web. So, but I don't know what they're doing. They're just in the web. So I've never really been afraid of those. But the ones that walk around, I was like, what the hell are you doing? And I could never tell. But now with the tarantulas, especially the one that's in the smallest terrarium, that it, I don't know, then they walk around constantly. So you constantly see it walking. And it's just so interesting to see that they usually walk very slowly and purposefully, but they can also kind of run away. What do I give my spiders to eat? Crickets. They eat crickets. I'm actually getting a spider tattooed on my finger in a few weeks. Tarantula channels cured your phobia. Yeah. Cool. I actually, one of my favorite tarantula channels is the Tarantula. Is it the Tarantula Collective? Yeah, I think so. He's amazing. He's amazing. Before you called your dad every time I had a spider at home. Yeah, I was already there that I could kind of catch the spider by, I had a whole conversation with the spider. Funny thing is that they would always sit still, and I would basically tell them that I found them a little bit frightening, that I did not want to kill them, that I wanted to put them outside because otherwise they would get eaten by my animals. So I would usually put a cup over and then paper underneath, and then I would put them outside. I would probably still do that with wild spiders because I don't want to freak them out and I don't want to get bitten. So I don't know, it's just tarantula energy is so chill. It's very interesting. Does the food need to be alive? When they're very small, they say no, but I do feed them live crickets. Yes, yes, I do. I don't think that they necessarily have to be alive. I think you can pre-kill them if you want to. But I put them in live, yeah. They are fascinating and beautiful. Yeah, I agree. There are so many gorgeous colors. Chantel had a tarantula when she was young. Your mom made you keep it in your dad's bathroom so she couldn't see it. Yeah, okay. Well, honestly, the two bottom tanks, so the middle tank that you can see and then the one below that, you just see a terrarium. That's the only thing you don't see the spider that's in there. So I can say that there's nothing in there when people will believe me. First live here, love your work. Oh, thank you so much. You no longer fight of spiders, setting examples to your nephews. They're creatures that deserve to live like us. Yeah, and what I've always said also to myself is that they take care of, bugs and bitey thingies, mosquitoes. I could not think of the word mosquitoes and such. So, yeah. Your terror of tornadoes morphed into one of your Asperger's obsessions. You love severe weather. Yeah, that's actually a great way to get over your fear, right? To very much, I can understand that being a special interest. Yeah. Jumping spiders. Oh yeah. Oh, I would love to have a jumping spider. They are so extremely cute, but they only live to be about 2 years or something. And honestly, when I see how they interact with people, that they truly are so, they really want to interact. And I'm like, if I have one of those and it dies in 2 years, I would be so sad. So that's the reason that I'll crochet them, because no, I know I would get so much attached to a spider like that I almost want to say heartbroken. I don't know if I would be truly heartbroken. I have an issue with that word. That's okay, but I would be very sad. Yeah. You have a conversation with spiders and insects. Yeah, I do too, and I have had for years. Actually, I know that some people are also scared of wasps. I'm not. We don't have those killer wasps here though. We have normal Dutch ones. And I know that people are scared of them because they bite. I have actually been bitten once and it was my own damn fault. Usually we are going to go to Castlefest I think it's the first weekend of August. We're going to go to Castlefest, and every time it's the same thing. I have a drink and a wasp comes because obviously, they want to eat and drink as well. And they are allowed to, and then I make the deal that they are allowed to take a sip of my drink and they can also have a taste of my food. However, they cannot sit on my fork or my spoon. I will put a little bit aside, and I don't want swarms, and it works every single time. So yeah, tarantula inspired color story look. I don't know where to begin because there are, honest to God, so many stunning colors. Yeah, they eat the bad bugs. Yeah, I'd be devastated for sure. Yeah. Does anyone like snakes? I actually have a snake. You cannot see him because he's behind that door here. Oh yeah, you can see him. You see the terrarium there on the white? That's the terrarium of the snake. I am not a snake person. I think it's pretty. And yeah, I can, you know, appreciate the beauty of the snake, but I'm not, I feed it, but I'm not a snake person, no. Which is funny because my bestie is, and I am also kind of getting a snake tattoo, so that's, but that's neither here nor there. I have also had rats, yes. They don't live long, no, they do not, no. Mine were, I think the oldest one that I had was 2 as well, so that's why I never did that either. Yeah, rats are very, very smart. I also had, what are they called again? Ferrets. We also had ferrets. Yeah, rats are cute and smart. Your daughter fears spiders and insects. Slowly she's getting used to bees. Yeah. How about bumblebees? Does she think they're frightening too? Because bumblebees are fuzzy. They're furry. They fly like they're drunk. Um, that's also, even though I was terrified of spiders when I was growing up, I never was that scared of tarantulas because they were stockier, a little bit chubbier and furry. No. Yeah, terrified of snakes, like terrified, touched one of them once and that's it, almost pooped myself. Yeah. I don't know what I would do if I would see a snake in the wild. We have them. I think we have grass snakes here. Well, not here where I live, but they are snakes in the Netherlands. But yeah, I only have this one. And I treat it like it's venomous. It's not, but that's how I treat it. So I feed it with thorns and it gets dead prey actually, but yeah. Spiders are so sweet. Bees are wonderful too. When I was young, bees used to get stranded and I was swimming. Same thing with me. And I would save them with my hands, never got stung. It was the exact same for me. For me, it was also a lot of the time bumblebees though. And when I would rescue a bumblebee from my kitty bath that I had in the garden, they usually would die, unfortunately. They would have to be buried and they were given names and a little wooden cross. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, I'm still here. Yeah, I don't even know what time is it. Oh, it's 9:30. Ah, that's okay. There won't be a live tomorrow morning early though for me. This is the live of the week. You love bumblebees. Yeah, I love bumblebees too. That's why I... Yes. She likes to see bumblebees, but she's still scared. Yeah, okay. It's also what are they doing, right? And I think that's where a lot of things... because you don't really know what they are doing or what they are going to do, that's where the fear comes in. So I don't know, maybe she would like to kind of research what they are doing and what they're eating and the different types of bumblebees and bees, because there are different types. Yeah, the furriness makes tarantulas extra cute. Yeah, I very much agree. You dislike bees and wasps at the moment, you're allergic. Yeah, I understand that. You got stung twice in the last week, just calmly waiting at the train station to catch your train. Okay, yeah, I understand if you are allergic. I understand it. I'm not. So, yay for me. But I don't know also what it is. I have, as I said, been stung by a wasp once and that was my own fault. I've never been bitten except by a mosquito. Never been stung by a bee either. I don't know why. Maybe I speak bee. I don't know. You're allergic to bees, love snakes, talk to birds every day. Oh, I love birds too. If spiders were historically popular pets, we'd have Angora tarantulas by now. Yeah, a bee graveyard. Yeah, that was very much our garden when I was growing up. And I still do it. So I also call my nails bee scoopers, for instance, because it is when we were paddleboarding, I would find bees in the water and I would rescue them. And yeah, it was just, I was on a rescue mission. It happens, you know. I also tried to rescue. It's uh, it's like a dragonfly, but different. Um, it's the same type of thing, but it's a different species, and we have a different name for them, but basically they very much live on the water, and I tried to rescue one of them and they were kind of hovering eye height like, bitch, what were you doing? I knew what I was doing. It was very funny. Would love to have your own bees at some point. I don't know if it's the same where you live, Anne, but for us here, there is actually, there are beekeepers close by and you can adopt a hive. And what they do then is they basically come and see where you live. They come and see if there is basically a bee migration route where you live, and then you can adopt a hive and they will put a hive where you live, and they will also collect honey and all that thing. I actually think that I have a bee's nest underneath in the ground underneath one of my bushes, my bee bush, that's what I call it. Good night, Linda. I hope you were able to sleep in the heat. Yeah. Boa snakes are your favorite? Yeah, they're very pretty. Yeah. We have a red snake, and I think the English term is corn snake, but I'm actually not sure. I think it was something like that. Chantal lives at the mouth of a canyon, and I haven't seen the normal amount of snakes this year because mountain lions keep coming around. Okay. What we call yellow jackets in the States are aggressive. Those are wasps, I think. Angora tarantula sounds really scary. Well, you should kind of check out the curly hair tarantula. That's kind of, that one is very furry. It looks very furry. Yeah, the tarantula, the curly hair tarantula. There's also one with pink toes. It's called the pink toe tarantula, the Antilles pink toe. And when I saw that one, I was like, oh, it's so cute. I don't have one of those, but maybe in the future. I think it would be cool to have a beehive. I actually don't know, because you know, feral cat colony, cats, when I look at my cats are not feral, but they don't do anything with the bees and the bumblebees that are just in the garden. If one is inside or on the ground, then they do, but when they're just, you know, doing their own thing, they actually leave them alone. You want to move to Sweden in a few years and have them there more room. Well, if you're going to go to Sweden, I know where I can go on vacation. Yes, just say. Yeah, you should check if it's possible. It would be so awesome. Yeah. It would be, I don't even know how long have I been live for? I actually don't know. Started streaming 66 minutes ago. Oh, okay. It's still warm, hot as hell. I would love to visit. Yeah. You just googled pink toe tarantula, what a cutie. Yeah, you know how it started actually? I have been wanting, well, it started with my son. My son wanted a tarantula years ago, and I was like, I'm not ready for that. I'm not ready for that, so I don't think it's a good idea. And then we actually watched on, I think it was Netflix, a new show by Jonathan Van Ness, and he was just doing stuff. And one of the first, I think it was the first episode, he was going for, I think, weird pets or something like that, and he actually went to the Tarantula Collective, and they showed him a pink toe tarantula. And when I saw that, I said to my husband, I need a tarantula. It has pink feet. What's not to love? And so that's basically how everything got started. And now I have one that I think it's an Arizona blonde. It's either an Arizona blonde or a Mexican bloodleg tarantula. Yes, it's one or the other. I think it's an Arizona blonde actually, but I also don't know if it's male or female. We guessed it was male, but looking at how big the butt is, it could also be, I don't know. So it's basically Clyde, Claudette, them, they, because I don't know. And then I have a Mexican red rump. That one's scarlet. That is a female. And then I have three Trinidad olive spiders. They can live communally, so they are, with the three of them are in the same terrarium. Those are the Sanderson sisters, and they are also called the bumblebee spider. Yeah, they are, but they have such cute pink feet. It's like they have ballerina slippers on. It's so cool. Yeah, it's so cool. I've never been to Stockholm. I have been to Denmark. Wow, I have a brain freeze. I don't know. I've been to Denmark, but Wow, that's so terrible. You know what the funny thing is? That actually a lot of people who are scared of spiders are more scared of smaller spiders than of tarantulas. And I think, and that's not for everyone, but I think that's because when you see a tarantula, it's bigger, so it's easier to see what it is going to do. And they're pretty chill, actually. So yeah, they basically move around quite slow. Well, if I'm going to do an eyeshadow palette with the colors of my tarantula, it will be brown, reddish orange, and kind of olivey green brown. So pretty neutral, because that's the ones that I have. So mine are all pretty neutral. Yeah. But the most fun one that I have is basically, I don't know, the baby, because I still don't know what it is, because she is always walking around, always just on display, and it's just so awesome. A praying mantis as a pet, they are so interesting. I never knew how many different species there were, and I don't know why, but apparently on Instagram I'm getting, you know, you get those recommended posts, right? I get a lot of them for different kinds of mantises right now. Orchid mantis, and oh my lord, some are stunning. Norway is beautiful in the wild nature. I would love to go to Norway as well. I don't know if my husband agrees, because yeah, the Dutch Marines used to, well, still actually exercise in Norway. So he has been often to Norway. Clumpy mascara. You never know. Fun fact is that actually the hairs that they have are not really hairs. They are part of their skeleton. And when they, and I also did not know that, when they mold completely. So when a snake sheds its skin, it's see-through, right? Because it's skin. If a tarantula molds, it's just a tarantula. It's just, it looks exactly like, if you take your trousers off, that's what it looks like. So their skin, it's not complete, because they do kind of burst out of their skin in part, but it's still a complete tarantula, including fangs, and it's so interesting to see. Okay. Yeah, the hairs are still on there. Yeah, and they are also not, the hairs on a tarantula are more like our nails and not our hair. So also tarantulas, New World tarantulas, have less potent venom and have urticating hair. So the hair, they can kick their hair, and that's irritating, because it's like a spitting cobra. It's a defense mechanism basically. If they dispose of the hairs, they kind of have a bald patch on their ass, and that does not grow back. That only comes back with the next mold. Yes, they shed, and it's actually it's excruciating to see. I think it actually hurts them. Yeah. They eat tarantulas in soup. Yeah, I don't think that's very weird. Well, they eat everything, right? So yeah, basically what a tarantula does, they kind of flop on their back, and they push themselves out of their skin. So basically the back of the head plate bursts open, and then they wiggle out. They don't have hands, but they wiggle out of their skin, and it's they don't pull it inside out like a snake does. The skin is just intact. Yeah, exactly. Imagine shedding your body as a human every time you grow, but you have to basically, you know, push it out by doing this, instead of being able to just, you know, pull it off with your hands. Yeah. For you, it's true that regular spiders are way scarier than tarantulas. Yeah, I can understand that. And also what I noticed is, and that I actually mentioned this to my bestie, the energy between, we call them sewage spiders, and they are, I think they're a wolf spider species that we have here, which are also house spiders. We just call them sewage spiders. I don't know why actually. But they have almost a feral type of energy. I have explained it. If you have an owl, for instance, the smaller the owl, the more aggressive the owl is, the bigger the owl, the more chill it is, because it knows its own strength. It knows that it's big and scary and there's nothing a lot of people can do about it, right? So, and I think it's the same thing with the tarantula. So they are just, they're bigger, they're more chill, and they will, most of them will choose to run and hide before attacking. Yeah. No market for arachnid. What is that? As I don't know how to pronounce it, but I also don't know what it is. Elizabeth, I don't know what that is. Yeah, exactly, Kiki. They are a funnel web spider species, definitely. And we call those the sewage spiders, and I don't know why, but my family calls them that. They're the big black ones that you see running around in your house if you're unlucky. But yeah, I have a bunch of those as well. Yeah. Yeah, small ones are monsters, big ones are chill, dog-wise. Yeah, true. It's Tylenol's real name. Oh, really? Okay, I did not know that. Well, it kind of does make sense, because I know that a lot of painkillers are made from insect venom, actually. I learned that recently. I don't know why I learned that or where I learned it, but I learned it recently, yeah. You started learning Swedish in lockdown. Oh, that's very cool. One of the most difficult languages I try to learn. I'm thinking if it's that difficult for us here as well. And why do I say that? Because when I hear Angelica speak, for instance, or Paulina, they do something with the they do something with the L and the J that I'm like, I should be able to do that. But that's basically because I don't know. I think that a lot of things are similar. Tylenol is said. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. I already have trouble with the word palatopoli. Palatopoli? Yeah. I think it's so much fun though, that release. I love that release so much that I was like, I'm excited about that. So I cannot wait. And also my Queen Bee palettes from Colored Rain should be here, I think, tomorrow or the day after. You grew up speaking German, French, Italian and Spanish. Okay, so yeah, okay. So it's more difficult than I also thought. Dutch was hard to learn. Yeah, you have a degree in Portuguese and English. Dutch is more difficult than Swedish, but both are hard to learn. Yeah, Dutch is a weird language. Well, maybe it helps if you drink with it. I don't know, because then I also trip over my own. Well, who am I kidding? I always trip over my own words. So, and we actually are taught English in school. I never know. Is it grade school? I don't know. I think so. So we are taught English pretty early on, and then when you go to basically not college, but the one before that, high school, yeah, we also get French and German. My electric lash curler, is it still alive? Yes, it's still alive and it's still inside the box. I have still not tried it. You have degrees in Italian, German, French, Spanish, English and Russian. Wow. But dear Lord, Swedish is strange. My husband was actually teaching or learning Russian as well. I can speak a few words Russian, but that's I understand spasiba, but I know that from Sex and the City. You can speak English in Texan, yeah. I can also speak sarcasm, but not fluently. Oh, well, It's usually, I actually think, or at least that's how I learn the best, by just being in being there, because that's yeah, usually the first thing that you learn is the cuss words anyway, so getting some drinks will definitely help. Yeah, well, it's not difficult to order beer in a language. You just hold up your fingers and you do that, right? So that's how I ordered beer when I was in the Navy and I couldn't speak the language. You get the choice between Spanish and French. Okay. Spanish also makes sense because it's also one of the languages that's spoken by a lot of people. French for us here, where I live, is weird. German is logical because we get a lot of German tourists, so that's not weird. And if you are in the south of the country, so Limburg and Brabant, so and Zeeland, basically against the Belgian border, it's more logical to also learn French because Belgian is bilingual, right? Dutch and French, or Belgian and French. But for us here, to learn French, it's weird. It is. Hi. Oh, hi. You find Dutch easier to understand. Yeah, that's okay. Your daughter wants to move to the Netherlands to be closer. Oh, your daughter wants you to move to the Netherlands. Most Dutch people also speak English. I don't know if that helps, but... And a lot of Dutch people also speak German, for instance. So, your husband taught you all the bad words from India. Yeah, I can understand that. Your issue with Dutch was that you learned Dutch at school and outside everyone speaks dialect. And every little town has its own. Yeah, that's kind of true. Where I live, when I speak Dutch, people ask if I'm from Amsterdam. I'm not, or from The Hague, because they can hear that in my accent, and I'm like, that's very interesting. And I can speak the dialect. My mother was actually born in The Hague, and I can speak the dialect, and I can understand the dialect, and it's one of my favorite dialects, honestly. But it's something that you learn when you're there. Where I live, because we live in basically the naval city here, or the navy city, we have a lot of Indonesian words mixed in. So we use kind of slang for underwear is pendek, and that's an Indonesian word. So she wants you to move. Yeah, okay. Maybe we will speak a bit slower than Swedes. Yeah, but we can speak pretty quickly as well. Yeah. Your grandma was visiting Germany and she saw a man calling his dog over. She turned to my aunt and said that she was amazed that the dog understood him. Yeah, you know, one of the things that I joke around about is, when my dog, who is Dutch, well, she's a husky, but she's Dutch, when she meets a Spanish dog, does she understand him? You know, and that was just, I think that animal language is universal for animals. I'm not sure though, but that was kind of where my mind went. It's just, yeah. Honestly, I think my dog will react to anything if they say it right. Or if she can hear them, because I think she's getting a little bit deaf. For you, Dutch seems similar to German, kinda. Yeah, true. You live at the Belgian border, yeah, because you're in Limburg, yeah. You don't speak French, only fun French, like etui de la tite, yeah. Well, I can speak one sentence as well, that if you say that to a French man, you're, you know? But that's from the song. Yeah, both Dutch and German are Germanic languages, and there is a lot of overlap, although we in the Netherlands have also a lot of French words, because we used to be, apparently, well, I think that our royals came from France. I have no idea how that was, but we also have French words. We also use English words, so it's kind of a mix. But yeah, Dutch and German are closely related. Fun fact is though, I don't speak German very well. I don't like the language, or at least I did not like the language at school. So I don't speak it very well. I can understand it if they speak it slowly, but I do know that if I were to go on vacation to Germany for a few weeks, I would understand them way better. Yeah, you say merci a lot. Yeah, as in thank you. Yeah. Most of my family from my father's side is from Brabant, so we have a lot of houdoe, you know. Your son is 8 and he has been having English classes at school since, yeah, group 3. He is bilingual anyway. Yeah, it's the same here. I actually learned to speak English when I was 4, and it wasn't that we had it in school as well, but one of my uncles had a British girlfriend, and they were over at our house a lot, so I spoke English pretty quickly actually. And when my son was in school, they taught it. When did they start teaching him English? I think it was group 4, something like that. But he was already being raised bilingual because we watch a lot of English TV. And honestly, I think someone asked that to me recently, because sometimes when he is on, you know, when he video bombs, we speak a combination of English and then it goes to Dutch and then it goes back to English again. And someone asks if we spoke English or Dutch. Well, we speak both. We are Dutch. We are raised Dutch, but especially me being on YouTube and, you know, speaking in English, it just transfers into the household as well. So when you hear us talk, it's a combination. So we say things in Dutch and then all of a sudden we go to English and then we go to Dutch again. So that's kind of how we speak here. So yes, we are also bilingual. Yeah. Oh, I love Irish. I love Irish and Scottish. Oh my lord, but especially that Irish accent. Oh, yeah, me likey. The grammar is super hard. Yeah, the way some words and names are written doesn't make sense. As in the name Neve is pronounced as Neve. Yeah, that's the difficulty, especially with Irish and Scottish and also Welsh. So yeah. Your husband also teaches your son dialect. You live in Venlo. Yeah, that's cool. You love the R's in Irish. Yeah, me too. Yeah, me too. Yeah. I think accents are very, very interesting. What is it, darling? There's a cat here. Oh, and the light. Oh, Lord. Yes. It's a huge advantage to be bilingual when you live in a small country like the Netherlands. We have to adapt. Yeah. Your mom grumbles in Welsh. That's so cool. That's so cool. You live in Weert. Oh, okay. You know that song "Oh Danny Boy" makes you cry? I probably I do. If I hear it, I probably do. Yeah. What is it, honey buns? Oh, hi. Do you want to be on camera? Oh, you can. Oh, come down. Oh, come on. Yes, come down. Come down. Yeah, come. Oh, nee, ga niet. Oh, ja, kom hier. Ja, kom dan. Oh, kitty cat. We are all neighbors. Yeah, we are. Yes, it's very warm here. Yes. Are you melting? Are you melting? So yeah, it's almost 10 o'clock. Wow, time flies. Time flies. But you know, I love my early morning lives, but I'm very much glad that I don't have to get up at 4:30 in the morning. Kitty wants to say hello. Yes, she does. Kitty. Yeah, I think I know it. It's probably one of the more well-known ones, right? Ow, ow, ow. Can you just not use your nails on my leg? That hurts. 26 regions in House Panther. Yeah, well, this one is a little bit, she is interesting. This kitty is called Cleo, or Cleo, and when she was a kitten, when she was a kitten, she got a very big wooden plate on top of her, so she has kind of brain damage. So she's a little bit, I don't like to use the word, but she's a little bit retarded. She is. She's very sweet though. And then I have a red one which is called Floki, and then I have a black and white one which is called DJ, and that's actually my son's cat. Bet you were nervous a little while back for your first live. Does it just feel silly now? I was nervous for my first live because I was afraid no one would show up. That's the first thing. And I was afraid that I did not know what to speak, what to talk about. And what I find right now is that there are a lot of things that I like to talk about. But it's just doing. You just have to do it. But also filming your first video is scary. And then I remember filming a few videos before my first one went online. Yeah. You have 5 official languages in your little country. Wow. I hope I have a cool sleep tonight as well. Well, the best thing about it, I have a weighted blanket. Hun, you need to get. I cannot do it with the hairs right now. I have a weighted blanket, and the thing that it is in, it's very cooling. So I don't know how they did it, but it's a very cooling blanket. Speaking of languages, ours is the worst. Czech is so difficult that even Czech people don't know the grammar properly. English is so easy, really, yeah, and a lot of English people don't know the grammar either, so that's funny. Shiva is a nice name for a black cat, yeah. You enjoy my lives. Oh, thank you. It feels like hanging out with friends for me as well. Prague? Yeah, nice Prague. I love cats. You can always show your kitties. Yeah. What I don't like though is the hair. You did the same thing, even uploaded one that you never put live. Yeah, it was in Dutch and about a Norvina palette. By the way, Beauty by Anne Chris, she also has a channel. When this one goes live on my channel, so when the live stream ended, if you have a channel, leave it in the comment section that you have a channel, so people can check you out. Yeah, I have more than one that I never put live actually. When I first started my channel, I had 2. I had an English channel and a Dutch channel, and I uploaded the same video. So I would basically do one look in English and then the other one in Dutch, and then it was a mess. I think I had I think 10 videos in, I was like, I'm not going to do this again. So that's why when I changed to English. And you had to bring your poor old cat to the vet today. Almost started crying when she started breathing like a dog in the car from the stress. Oh, she only had 3 legs, so she's got arthritis. Oh, I'm so sorry, hon. Yeah, that sucks. Yeah. I had to take, which one did I have to take to the vet latest? Oh yeah, my red one, Floki. And he was just meowing. He was not really breathing hard, but he was meowing because most of the time they don't like being in the car. Fabulous. What am I missing? I feel like I'm missing something. The red cat is the one I mostly catch. Yes, the red one is mostly in the videos. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, Trisis. Yeah, cool. Seymour lives in the middle of, lives in the city, in the middle of a heat wave. Yeah. For us, it will be better. I think tomorrow already. The thing that scares you the most is your own voice, Kiki. Yeah. Well, you get used to that. I remember that I found it so weird when I would hear my own voice back on the recording, you know, when you had spoken on a tape recorder back in the day, or left a voice message to someone. But yeah, you get used to it. You get used to it. And I was like, is that how I really sound? And everyone was like, yeah, that's how we hear you. And I said, I'm so sorry about that. And now apparently my voice is soothing, so go figure. Yes, yes, I'm very glad I stuck to English as well. And now I find it, if I try to explain to someone how to do makeup in Dutch, I use English terms because I have to think too much about the Dutch ones. Hanging out? No, we're not hanging yet. No? Lots more people to reach. Yeah, definitely. You had the airco on for most of the day. Bless your solar panels. Yeah, that's so nice. I both like and loathe air conditioning. I like the coolness, you know, that an air conditioning can give. But on the other hand, then when I step outside, I'm getting hit in the back of the neck by the heat. So yeah, we do have air conditioning in the car. And when I like to use the air conditioning in the car is when I'm driving on the freeway and I have my windows closed. But then when I go, well, basically around 80 kilometers an hour, which is I think 50 miles an hour, around that 40 to 50 miles an hour, I usually turn off the air conditioning and open my windows. You don't have, no, we don't have great words to describe makeup application, because blush we just call rouge, because that's what we call it. So yeah. Yeah, you know that you're an olive, that's so cool. Yeah, the AOA mixing medium, yeah, it's a lifesaver for sure, for sure. I'm so glad that you now know your undertone. It can make such a huge difference if you're kind of a weird undertone and then you find your correct one. Yeah. One of your cats despises warm weather and she spends all day inside in front of the AC. Yeah, the other one is baking herself on the balcony. Yeah. Oh, she did. Laura Mercier just came out with a loose powder for olive skin. Oh, I need to check that out. Yeah, well, my cats are... My red one is very much a winter cat. He has a double coat. I don't know where he got it, but he has a double coat. And when it's very hot like now, there were also times when he would just try to find a dirt patch, an earth dirt patch, because that was way cooler. So he's usually not a happy camper when it is very hot. Your nephew wants to listen to Metallica because of the Netflix, because of Stranger Things. Yeah, Metallica is awesome. And I also love that they did Kate Bush, that they basically brought back Kate Bush. I love Kate Bush. Running Up That Hill is one of my favorite songs from her. So yeah, it's cool that it's becoming popular again, right? I think that like Metallica, but also Guns N' Roses, and you know, it's... I'm thinking ZZ Top, yeah, well that was more the old school, I don't know, rock. I love that. I love old school music. Foundation here is mostly called makeup. Yeah, imagine your confusion before understanding that. Yeah, we call it liquid makeup. So literally in Dutch, foundation is called liquid makeup. Yeah. And then blush is called rouge. Mascara is mascara, yeah. So yeah, there are some differences. I cannot even think of it right now. Bronzer, well, we did not know bronzer until a few years ago, I think at least. Metallica is awesome. He's only 12. Yeah, best. I actually got my son into happy hardcore. It's the bestest, honestly. Although running on happy hardcore, if you go running outside on happy hardcore, it's not good to do if you have to go slow. If it's powder foundation, yeah, that's actually a good one. I actually don't know. I think we'll call it powder, pressed powder. Wow, that's a good one. I actually don't know. Yeah, eye pencil, oogpotloodje, yeah. Oh Lord. Oh, that could very well be liquid makeup, yeah. Welcome to the jungle. Oh my god, yeah. We had it with Paradise by the Dashboard Light. So Paradise by the Dashboard Light and Paradise City. Those were the songs when I was in high school, when we had high school parties. Those were the two songs that were always asked for. Nightwish. Yeah. Yeah, Welcome to the Jungle is awesome. That's it. Is there a window behind me? Yes. No, my TV is actually, you see the door there? Basically behind that there's my TV. Yeah, no, it is actually my, it's to my garden, so it's a door and a window. Yeah, Paradise City, I love Paradise City. Nirvana is also very, very nice. Yes, yes. And what's the other one called? Bon Jovi. Oh, and U2. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I love that. ZZ Top, I love as well. It's just, there are just some songs that I can go so, I go bonkers. Yeah. Oh, I feel like I have cat hair up my nose, which is very annoying. I don't think so, no, but I'm going this year to Castle Fest. But I think that Heilung played on Saturday. The last Castle Fest before COVID, I was not there. And we're going, this year we're going on Friday. Slipknot, yeah. I would also love to see Vatruna live. That would be so awesome. I did see Omnia live, but they don't really perform anymore, which is kind of a shame because they make good music. Careless Whisper, okay, yeah. You're 43 now. Yeah, well, it's a nice age. Persuasion, oh, okay. What are we watching? We're watching, what am I watching? I don't know, I'm watching 10 shows at the same time. So, good night, hon. I'm going to close it off soon as well, because yeah, it's 10 o'clock in the evening right now, or a little over. So I'll talk to you later, and I hope that you can sleep in the warmth that we have today. Oh yeah, I've never been to Graspop. I don't. It's not really. I go to Castle Fest, and that's a thing. That's a big thing. I also love Kelt Fest actually, but this year Castle Fest, and then on Friday. Yeah. Yeah, I know that. Yeah, Mick Jagger. It was all over the news that he caught COVID and didn't do the concert. Yeah, you too. Yeah. Bon Sonos. Am I saying that correctly? Bon Sonos, right? Sonos? Buenos noches. Bon Sonos. I would love to learn kind of Portuguese, Spanish. I think maybe I need to learn that because I like languages actually a lot. So yeah. Oh, thank you. I'm glad that my pronunciation was good. Thank you so much for being here, Miranda. Thank you so much for coming over. It was fun. It was very much impromptu for me because yeah, usually if you know, I usually have a Wednesday morning, early morning, Tuesday night live. But yeah, because of the heat, I'm like, let's do it differently today. Good night, Chantal, and you're very, very welcome. And thank you for hanging out with me as well and with us. I look tired. Yeah, it's the lighting. My bags are somewhere on my knees, but I'm not really that tired. But I am kind of going to close off the live because I need to try and get some sleep at least, or at least watch a little bit of YouTube and sit in front of the fan and hope it cools down a little bit. Yeah. You got, what are you eating, Stephanie? We ate pasta salad actually. So yeah, for most of you guys, it's the afternoon, right? Or early evening, maybe? Yeah. Anyway, if someone here goes to Castlefest on Friday, let me know on Instagram, because we are going on Friday. It's 9 p.m. there. Okay, mid-afternoon, 3 p.m., 9 p.m. for you, Tatiana. So you are basically an hour in front or hour behind, right? Yeah, Elizabeth, you caught one now. You didn't realize this one was actually live? Yeah. You got a bonus because there was actually a video today as well. Yeah. So I am gonna sleep on the balcony tonight. Yeah, if I did not have that many mosquitoes in the garden, I would probably sleep outside. Although I actually think that inside it's cooler than outside. So yeah, I'm going to close everything off here as well in a minute because all the lights are on, so all the bitey things are coming inside. 20, yeah, Scotland, UK, it's an hour behind me. Yes, I know. I knew that, yes. You want to sleep in the refrigerator? You know, I actually should sleep on the toilet because it's the coolest place in my house, except my son's room, but yeah. Biryani, I have no idea what that is, but it sounds tasty. So, guys, thank you so much for hanging out. It was so fun that you were all here, and don't let the bed box bite. Well, I hope not. This should be, when it's done, it should be on my channel. I hope at least. I will try to save it to the channel, so you can see. So you can rewatch if you are going to rewatch it on the replay. Thank you guys so much. Don't forget to enter the giveaway if you haven't done so already, and you enter the giveaway on the new makeup releases of last Saturday, which was new makeup releases number 182. It says 10k giveaway in the title and on the thumbnail, so go watch that video and see how you have to enter. But yeah, thank you so much guys for hanging out, hearing my rambles. We had a good conversation today. I liked it. Yeah, we did speak about so many different things, and it was so cool. So yeah, I'm going to end it, but I have to kind of twist my phone. I want to end it on my computer, but I have to end it on my phone today. So good night, good day. I hope you can sleep if you are in the heat like we are, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye bye. Let me see. Where am I? Am I going to do it there? There?